What is going on, everybody? Alright, so today in the shop we need to make a tabletop. Client asked me to make a 3 foot by 5 foot tabletop for them. Okay, sorry. I need to make a 3 foot by 5 foot table for this client, and he needs it done by Thanksgiving. Today is the 15th, so we gotta get going and we gotta do this quick, but we also obviously have to make it look legit. So let's get started. Okay, so to start, I've got all my lumber, just bought them at Home Depot. We've got 2 by 6 by 8 foot boards, and we're just gonna cut them right in half at 4 feet, and then we'll have to mill them down from there to account for the breadboard ends. So recently my Harbor Freight miter saw failed me, so I got rid of that, and I've been doing all my cuts on my table saw, which actually isn't terrible. So I will be getting a new miter saw someday, but when that will come, I don't know. Anyways, let's get going. Alright guys, so it's time to get started on the milling of the lumber. And one thing I've done real quick is I just threw together this quick planing jig, got myself a nice flat piece of 3/4 MDF, and I'm going to put the wood on top of that, make sure it's nice and flat, shim it out if I need, and then run it through the planer. Alright, let's clean up. Okay guys, so what I've done now is I have lined up all of my boards, and I just wanted to see how straight they all actually were. Maybe I could have gotten lucky and just started with the doweling and the glue up, but obviously I'm not lucky, and I need to run all of these through the table saw with my straight cutting jig to straighten them all out and get them ready for glue up. So let's go. Alright, now that we've got them all run through the straight cut jig, all we have to do now is run through the table saw, and we'll have some really nice straight boards, and we'll start the glue up. No, wait. We'll start doweling, and then we'll start the glue up. Alright guys, we're all done, and that is how it should look. Woo! Yes! Alright guys, so we got all of it ready. The only thing we gotta do now is put a quick chamfer on them. I'm just gonna do that with my sanding pad. sanding pad, and then we'll get started with doweling. So now that all that is done, I'm going to take my square and mark out where I want my dowels to go. And then we'll start doweling. Easy as that. Alright guys, let's dowel this. Alright guys, so now to make this glue up a whole lot easier, we're going to do it in 2 sections and then we'll glue the 2 sections together. Let's go! Okay, so now we've got to get these 2 panels together with, unfortunately, clamps that aren't long enough. So we'll see how this goes. All right, here we go.
Okay, so real quick, what I've got going on is I put these underneath, so that way I can get my clamps on fine on top, and hopefully it all works out. So let's do this.
Okay, so my camera died, but I had a couple of problems. When I tightened these up, it started to fold the joint in. So I ended up getting clamps and clamping both corners, or all four corners, down to these, I don't know what you call them. Anyways, I did that and then I tightened them up and it came out just fine. The glue is pretty much dry now, but we're gonna let it sit probably for a couple more minutes, and then we'll start on straightening the ends out and on the breadboards.